with all the latest big talking points, news and discussion from the football world. This is Football Central. Go.
Hello everybody and welcome to Football Central for the post-match analysis of Manchester United versus Leeds United. I'm Sam Taylor and I've not been on for a while, and so it's good to be back and good to see the Red Devils putting in a good performance, which is why we sound so cheerful after a match. Normally it's pre-match we sound cheerful when we're full of optimism, but this time we're happy at the end result, although Leeds did play into our hands in United style. Anyway, enough waffling from me. Introducing my only companion for tonight and the main host, the man whose channel this is on YouTube channel, Mr. TubeMix himself. Good evening to you, TubeMix.
Good evening, Sam. It's really good to be back. Obviously, we've had a bit of a break, so we'll be, raring to go. And apologies, viewers, for the, technical issue, the slight delay in, the titles and stuff. But we got there in the end. So hopefully, from here it'll be good.
We have, and before we start, I'd just like to say a few things, if that's all right with you, TubeMix.
Yes.
Firstly, I know we normally do the football show roundup on a Thursday when we look back at the weekend's games, but also look ahead at the weekend's games. We look back at the weekends and look forward to the next round. But we've not done that this week, partly because there were midweek games, so the turnaround was very quick from the weekend to midweek games, which is hard for us because it's two lots of matches. But I know you as viewers are used to that. So what we plan to do, as there is no games now till next weekend, which is after Christmas.
Yep, following Monday. Yep.
Yeah, we are going to going to round up the Christmas fixtures, which is the last two fixtures. We might not go game by game because there's a lot of games, but we'll just round up where we think each team are as the year does draw to a close, and Christmas number one, which is Liverpool, of course. And so, I know we've slightly neglected our duty on that, but we will be having a roundup show this week when there's less pressure with the amount of games and stuff. Secondly, I know there's viewers from, hopefully all over the world, but certainly all over England that watch this show, and the UK. And I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, because we are in the Christmas period now.
Absolutely.
But also to say I'm extremely sorry for the fact that for people that make Christmas plans, the fact that the Christmas period has been cut short for us all, but especially for those in the east of England whether that be the South
Absolutely.
East or the North East, who have been told not to travel and that they can't mix at all, even though other areas of the country can mix on Christmas Day, which we're very lucky to do, which not everybody's going to do. So if you have been put in that tier 4, I'm really, really sorry about that, because I know how much effort goes into Christmas. And I hope
Absolutely.
here on this show, although we're not exactly Christmas crackers, me and Will, although we're heading that way, we can bring you a bit of light relief and
Hopefully,
joy,
yeah. As well as the
just
football, we've said this. Oh, sorry, Sam.
No, I'm done. Carry on.
As well as the football, we've said many times, it's helped us all through, the various lockdowns, hasn't it? This show, and it's good to see that it's helped. It's helped a lot of you, the audience, as well. And we really hoped we have done that, and hope that we do continue to do that. And hope you stay with us. And just if you need a laugh, then. And also if you've got any questions, if they are football related, then obviously that'd be the main thing. But if they're not, if you just want to say hello in a general chat, then that is fine too. Then just drop it down in the live chat window below, and then we'll try get onto your comments later.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this is a football show, but especially during these times, I mean, we're always up for a chat, but especially during these times, if you need a rant and a rage about something, maybe it is lockdown, maybe it's the fact that your Christmas has been spoiled, then we're also very good listeners on the show, and I'm sure we'll help you through that, because we all need a good rant and a rage sometimes. Anyway. Thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate it. We wouldn't do this without the subscribers and the viewers we get. So keep them coming.
Absolutely.
And with that, we are a football show. So we better talk about the thing that we're actually meant to talk about, which is football.
Yes.
Surprisingly enough. So I'll hand over to TubeMix, who will talk in more detail about, the first topic we're going to talk about on the United Leeds game. So over to you, Mr. TubeMix.
Thank you very much, Sam. And yes, that was another great intro, Sam. Even though you've not been on for a while, you're not shown any rusty signs. That's good. You're totally on your match fitness.
Yeah. Class is permanent. That first touch is still as good as it was. Yeah,
absolutely. So yes, well, I have to say this game it was always going to be very interesting. Leeds, obviously they're very good going forward, the likes of Bamford, but of course they do concede a lot of goals, and this game was basically the same what we expected. What I didn't expect to see was a very good United performance, certainly from the start. I have to admit, I was quite shocked, rather than saying those two goals, they came so fast, the first two from Scott McTominay, they were just a shock, to be honest, because I'm so used to United not turning up in the first half. And then turning up in the second half. But no, it was really good to see, actually. I was very pleased with a lot of the United players, and they can, they can definitely go home proud today, because
About time. It only happens once every 3 years.
Absolutely. They actually deserved a win, which was good today. But Leeds, even though they did lose, Leeds can also go home very proud, because they put in an excellent performance. They did. They just never stopped, even when the goals kept, their energy, usually players, they seem to be tired. Leeds, I don't think the word tired exists to Leeds, because they just work so hard.
I don't think it can when you're managed by Marcelo Bielsa.
Yeah, did you did you see him? You know, shouting. Well, it didn't even look like he was looking at the players. I thought he was like shouting at empty seats because of the position he was in. But maybe he was shouting at what he was seeing on the screen. Maybe I'm not sure. Now, of course, we'll have the player ratings soon. But you know, what was really bizarre, you know, they were talking about in the game. You know, United have been brilliant away, but have not been so good at home, which has been absolutely bizarre. You know, you would think.
I think that's because of our counter-attacking style. And as good as we were today, and we were going forward, I saw a stat at 3-0 just before Lindelof scored the fourth, Will's favourite player. But just before Lindelof scored the fourth goal, that we'd had three shots on goal, on 3 shots on target, and all 3 had been goals. So we were clinical. But you look where Leeds gave the ball away, and don't get me wrong, even though I'm a Man United fan and the rivalry between United and Leeds, I love watching Leeds. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, well, I love watching Leeds as well.
The way they go about the business, pressing, winning the ball back, possession, the energy is great. But I don't think if you want to win football matches, you can play that. I'm all for expensive football and it's brilliant to watch, but against the big teams that are
they need a plan B, don't they?
That's a great at counter-attacking. I'm not saying they completely have to be defensive, but I think they're just a bit too open, if you know what I mean, Will.
Yeah, I get what you mean, yeah.
They just seem to be, you know, to be away at United, who are great at counter-attacking. It's a good job because it's the only good thing they are good at. But it's I think it was just a bit naive. And yes, they kept going. There's a lot to admire about them. Don't get me wrong, Leeds fans. I am not criticising the way you play.
No. Don't stop playing
all
that.
All I'm saying is they can play with that energy, but they need a little bit more structure. You looked at Calvin Phillips, who's normally so good, but they didn't allow him to get on the ball and turn and dictate play. And then he got overrun in midfield because United's holding midfielders bombed forward because they needed to distract Leeds' players and midfielders if they did that, and they flooded the midfield area, and Leeds couldn't cope with it. So they just need a bit more balance and a bit more structure, but they'll learn. And let's not criticise them. Maybe as a Leeds fan, you think, whilst yes, you need that balance. You need them to still play that brilliant brand of football, but against bigger teams, maybe. You know, conceding 4 at Anfield, even though they could score 3, conceding 6 today, conceding 4 against Palace. Maybe they just need to slight tweak and a slight more structure, because they do in the big games, because they do man for man marking almost. It's like kids in the playground, which in some ways is great. And don't get me wrong, though. Love Bielsa's style, but maybe they do need a bit of a not completely abolish Plan A, because there's things about Plan A they'll need the energy, the intensity.
Oh,
a lot of teams.
Sam, can I just interrupt you? We've got Jello Wheels on the comments here, saying to me, I have the wrong title. It's Leeds. I'm sure I put Leeds instead of Sheffield United. I'll just double check that, because I'm pretty sure that on well, if needs be, I will just go and change that now. Actually, right.
So yeah, just structure really for Leeds, and they need that balance between that great attacking football, but also being able to not flood players forward and leave massive gaps. So maybe as a Leeds fan, you couldn't tell me how to strike that balance. And the players you'd like to see that can still have that intensity, in the big games and make sure they defend properly as well. Is it the manager? Is it the style? And how do they improve on that? Sorry, TubeMix. I cut across you there.
No, that's all right. Some good points there, Sam. So we'll do the player ratings in a minute. Just give me a chance to just change the title of this.
And United fans, I personally think we are miles away from the Premier League title.
We're not going to win the title. Yes.
And if we win our game in hand, we're only 2 points behind Liverpool. That's true, which is puts us right in the race for it. But I just don't think we're good enough, to be honest.
I can't see winning the title at all.
And I also think the league. I mean, I know they say the league table never lies, but it's the league table doesn't lie. But I don't think if we do win our games in hand, I do not think we are the second best team in the league. I'm sorry, and I think top four will still be a real big.
I think it'll be a huge battle. Yeah.
Big battle, yeah. I'm sorry to say that because I know people say, well, yeah, you win your game in hand, you're second, but we're not playing consistently enough, well enough. We've been lucky in a lot of games. So.
No, absolutely. A lot of the games, we haven't deserved to win them at all. Really, we've won, but it's not felt right. You want to feel happy that you've won.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, there's times where you need to win when you're not playing well, like we have. And that's a sign of a good team, but it's happened too often. You don't get me wrong, every team that becomes a champion or is near the top of the table, if they want to get in that top four, needs to win when they're not playing well. And that happens once, twice, 3 times a season. But you could say United haven't played well in 6 or 7 games already and won them. So
yeah,
which is not good enough. You can get away with 2 or 3 a season. You've got to win when you're not playing well. But when it's happening most weeks, it's the league table doesn't lie because it shows the points and it's a fact that we're in third now with a game in hand, but we won't finish there. Let's be realistic.
Absolutely.
If we finish there, then I'll be shocked. I mean, it could happen realistically because we win our game in hand, we go second, but at only 2 points off the top. But I just don't think we're good enough, and I don't think these group of players are consistent enough. They've shown it under Mourinho. They've shown it under.
Hey, Doug Nose here. Oh, good to see you, Doug Nose. Oh, sorry, Sam.
Hello, Doug Nose. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're all right.
Absolutely, good to see you on here, Doug Nose. Right.
Sorry about the Gunners yesterday. I did watch them against Everton. Lots of I'm sorry to bring it up. You're probably going to leave now. I've mentioned Arsenal, but you can't have Dunkno on here without not mentioning Arsenal. Lots of possession again. Not really going anywhere with it. And Everton were clinical. Problems at Arsenal there. It's Roy Keane said tongue-in-cheek a few weeks ago that they might have enough to stay up. And don't get me wrong, Arsenal won't get relegated, but it's not looking. It's not looking good for you. I thought Everton were the better team yesterday, and that's not because I'm a United fan. Don't know. I have great respect for Arsenal and the way they played under Wenger and in recent years, but equally I don't think there's that much difference between United and Arsenal, but one's in third, one's in 15th. But if you actually look at the performances, you could say Arsenal performed better in games than
Yes.
United have. They've just not had the luck United have. But there's no doubt that Arsenal aren't playing great at the moment. And maybe we can get your views on Arsenal. Away from the football, but no, I hope you're okay.
Oh,
I hope you're well,
absolutely.
and I hope you're looking forward to Christmas.
Absolutely. Doug Nose said, no, you put Sheffield. I've corrected it now. United won't win the league. J.L. Wills has said, league picture has changed massively since we were all last together. It's such an interesting season. Yeah, interesting and bizarre. Doug Nose said, United should get aim for top 4 and that's it. Should aim for top 4 and that's it. Well, that should certainly be the aim. A good point from J.L. Wills here, actually. Playing poor, but winning is the mark of champions. It's just a matter of time until they get caught out, though, I think. Very good point.
Yeah.
Doug,
We're too inconsistent. Sorry, carry on.
absolutely. I'm just going through the comments that we missed. Doug, no, United for me are too inconsistent to win the league, but they somehow managed to win games. Doug No said, no, I don't care. The more Arteta loses, the more he's closer to being sacked. Doug No says, I don't think Arsenal perform in games. We can't play well for 30 minutes in a match.
So, just as a quick question there, TubeMix, because obviously I can't see the comments. Is Doug No saying he wants Arsenal to lose games, or was that so Arteta gets sacked, or was that JLI Wheels that said that?
Well, it's Doug No, but maybe... From what I can see, no, I think it's just honest. If the more they lose games, then Arteta...
No, did Doug No say that though? Is that Doug No's comment?
Yes, that's Doug No. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So I just wanted to make sure because I can't see the comments. You see, guys. But yeah, no, Doug No. I'm surprised. I mean, Arteta, a young coach. All right. It's not been great recently, but won the FA Cup, won the Community Shield. I mean, let's be honest, this goes deeper than Arteta. I know we're getting off subject a little bit, but it goes deeper than Arteta because Arsenal's recruitment over the last few years has been shocking, and then the squad's not as good as it's been.
Yeah.
So don't know. A question for you is: do you want Arteta out? I'm guessing, and if you want Arteta out, because Arsenal haven't got the players to challenge, in my opinion, for the top 4 or the league anytime soon. Who would you like? And whoever they bring in, they're gonna, if they sack Arteta, is going to have to go through some pain to get the squad sorted and get Arsenal where they need to be. But
Yeah, Doug.
Who would you like in if Arteta does go? And I think TubeMix has got some comments there, so I'll shut up.
Doug, thank you, Sam. Doug Noah said it's maybe the right manager at the wrong time. Personally, I think Arteta... I hope Edu has certainly backed him. I hope that they do give him time because Arteta's still got a load of players that, Wenger and Emery had. He's not still fully put his full stamp on the squad, players he wants, They've got Thomas Partey injured, maybe when he comes back, we saw... I think he probably will be good. They've got Martinelli coming back, which is probably the only positive from yesterday.
I really like Martinelli.
Oh, yeah, really, really good player. I think he's going to be a great player.
Don't know would have seen a lot more of Martinelli than we have, but from what I've seen, don't know. I'm a big Martinelli fan, and I don't know. I mean, what's a realistic target for Arsenal? Because they're going to be better than 15.
A good run in the Europa League, I would say.
Qualifying for the Europa League, that was fair enough. But what would Dungo say? I'm interested from an Arsenal standpoint.
JLI Wills has said, hang on. So Dungo said, thing is, what I want Arteta to succeed. but I just can't see it. So Arteta out at the moment.
Okay, who else would you like in if he does go?
Yes,
Now,
that's the question. Who else would you get
if he
in?
went now, mid-season, you wouldn't get Pochettino, obviously, because he's been Tottenham manager.
Oh
So
gosh, yeah, you wouldn't see that coming.
There, or who would you like to see get the job if he did go? And I'm not saying he should go, but if he did, who would you like to see? What did JLI Will say?
JLI Will said all the time we've said about giving Arteta time. He really needs to pick it up results-wise. Watching Arsenal, there's just something completely wrong, but I do agree that Arteta could be good. And, you know, I was watching Match of the Day last night, and Alan Shearer was saying he thinks some of the players, you know, he was saying about Pepe not wanting to, you know, go the extra mile. He thinks some of the players are not playing for Arteta, not working hard enough.
I don't think they're good enough. I mean, there's a lack of quality at Arsenal.
Yes, and, you know, Willian, he made a really good start, didn't he? But he just... I haven't seen anything from him.
He's not playing in a Chelsea side that's full of confidence. He looks like he's been affected by the lack of confidence.
Yeah, that is
and
true.
Arsenal's big problem is they're creating chances but not scoring goals. And as soon as they start to score goals properly, they'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, Aubameyang, even he struggled, you know, and usually, even though Arsenal have not been great, you know, he still, you know, gets loads of goals, but this season, it's really dried up for him. He was out the last game, yeah. So Doug Noah said Emery had a worse squad and finished higher. Doug Noah's also said we need to win the Europa League or win a cup and somehow get back to Europe. I mean, potentially, I think they could go far in the Europa League. I think.
And he's still in the Carabao Cup, which would be a route for the Europa League.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And Jella Will said, true. True. I disagree that Arteta's a poor Arsenal squad, not poor compared to Emery. Doug Noah suggested, so he would go for Pochettino, Ralph Hasenhüttl, Allegri, Ten Hag, not sure if I pronounced his name right, and Julian Nagelsmann.
I think Ralph Hasenhüttl's a good shout.
Yeah, I think, but there's no way he'd leave Southampton now, would he, the way they're going?
I'm not sure, because Arsenal is a big club. So, you know, I would probably leave Southampton to go to Arsenal, even though I agree that Southampton are in a better shape. Yeah, Hasenhüttl is a good shout. Especially... he'd get them energised and Arsenal playing for him with a high press and intensity.
Oh yes, and when he, I remember his first interview when he came in as Southampton boss, and I liked him from the start because he said, you know, it's not like he was really harsh, but you didn't want to mess with him. You know, he does have that ruthless side to him, which is really good to see.
And he doesn't shirk responsibility. Like when they lost 9-0 to Leicester, he came out and he didn't like hide away. He said, "No, this isn't good enough. We need to improve, and it can't happen again."
Absolutely, and since that,
he showed a bit of backbone. And you look at where Southampton have got to. All right, they lost yesterday, but yeah, you know. They've done incredibly well.
Yeah, and since that result, since that 9-0, you know, loss, it's pretty much from then gone. You know, they've done really, really well, and I'm really liking Southampton at the moment. I really like Che Adams, I like Danny Ings, I like Stuart Armstrong. You know, there's so many players. You know, Nathan Redmond's a great player. I like a lot. I like Hasenhüttl, and I do like Southampton.
I think that can easily break you, even if you're a good manager. losing 9-0 like that can.
Oh, it could.
Turn,
Yeah, they could have sacked him after that.
Well, not just sack him, but even if he carried on, the team may have never recovered from that, and he may have not recovered from that in the Southampton job.
Yeah.
But instead, it's one of those moments that can either break you or make you stronger and go, right, we're going to make sure that doesn't happen again, and that's the way it's gone. So, all credit to Southampton and the management staff.
Oh, absolutely.
And the fit as well. We talk about Leeds fitness, but Southampton are an extremely fit side as well.
Yeah. I mean, even Danny Ings, apart from he's had a couple of, he's managed to stay relatively injury free. He's had a few niggles, hasn't he? But he's still, you know, they've not had too many injuries, which is really good. Right, and Angela Wills has said Nagelsmann would be class. I mean, well, you know, RB Leipzig, you know, what a great, and, you know, they've, from January, they've announced the signing from RB Salzburg, the Dominic, the midfielder who was heavily linked to Arsenal. He's going to RB Leipzig. Dominic Shabowski or something. No, that probably isn't anywhere close. But
I've not heard of that one, but fair enough.
I'll see if I can look him. Well, I'm sure JLR Wills will know who I'm on about. Dominic with a K. S. I think it's SZ.
Never mind. Well.
Yeah. Okay. And Doug Noah said, you know what is wrong with Arsenal? We've had so much success a decade ago that everything is judged against that, and it makes it hard to measure success. Arteta hasn't got the manager experience to manage a relegation battle. I feel sorry for Arteta. Partey getting injured for a couple of months. I'm pretty sure with him and the team, our results would be a bit different. Yeah, Leipzig are getting Dominic Sbozlai. Subazowski? No,
That'll do. We'll go with that.
You're right. Yes. So yeah, that's a really good. And you know, RB Leipzig. You know, they've you know Erling Haaland. He went. No. He went from Salzburg to Dortmund, didn't he?
He did.
Yes, sorry, yeah, because a lot of people thought he'd go to Leipzig.
Timo Werner was at Leipzig.
Sorry, yes, that was it. Arsenal wanted him, but Edu wants Awar, which is a pipe dream. Yeah, Eddie's put his name again, but I can't pronounce him. But thank you for that. Right, now we can come back to this for a second, but I really do want to do the player ratings, if that's okay.
Yeah. Sorry, we got a bit off track.
No. I think it's been really, really good actually, and I think my performance has been pretty good as well.
It's not finished yet. Well, there's still time for you to make the balls of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So, David De Gea made a good save with his feet before conceding Liam Cooper's savable header to give Leeds of hope. Excellent stop from Rafinha in the second half, a 7. Aaron Wan-Bissaka still far from his best and was often on the back foot, even against obliging opponents. Leeds often targeted him as 6. Victor Lindelof, Patrick Bamford made it awkward for Lindelof at times, and he was more composed at the other end with his fine striker, 7. Harry Maguire implored his teammates not to let up and read the game well, even during the spells when Leeds threatened, 7. Luke Shaw, lackluster at times and lightning at others. Shaw's corner led to United's 4th goal before half-time, a 6. Scott McTominay, both goals had shades of Paul Scholes, United's previous league scorer against Leeds. Overwhelmed Leeds with his intensity, a 9. Fred,
he got an assist as well.
he did, yeah. Fred reiterated why he's undroppable with his probing passes that breach Leeds time and time again and quicken United's play at 8. Bruno Fernandes clinically claimed his 12th goal of the season after setting up McTominay's first, revelled in the playmaker role and scored another penalty at 8. Daniel James vindicated his surprise selection by stretching Leeds fullbacks on his first start in nearly 2 months. Undeservedly booked for diving and scored. I thought he was very good, and that goal will do him a lot of good, James.
It wasn't a dive.
No, I don't think...
If it wasn't a penalty, fair enough, but there was still contact there, and he was running at speed, so I can't believe he gave it.
Yeah, well, you know, this is the Manchester Evening News, so... Marcus Rashford had Leeds on toast and switched wings to leave them confounded. Unfortunate not to have got a goal. Yeah, I would agree with that. Rashford was very, very good. Martial laid on a goal to McTominay.
What did he get? What did James get? What rating?
An 8.
How about Rashford? What did he get?
An 8.
Right, carry on.
Anthony Martial laid on a goal for McTominay and expertly assisted Lindelof. Won a penalty in his best performance of the season by distance, an 8. Alex Tellers defended decently, a 6. Donny van der Beek had little impact as the 10, a 5. Edison Cavani first game in 2 weeks and should have scored a 6. I thought he was bright when he came on, Cavani, actually. And manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got the sole surprise selection of James Wright and rested Rashford and Fernandes, an 8, and that concludes your player ratings.
Yeah, I agree with all of them. Actually, I think they're fair ratings.
Oh, yes. So, right, Doug Noah said, Sir Bozo, lie. And then Jello Wilson said, good luck teaching Will to pronounce. So, Sabozalai. Is that a Dominic Sabozalai? Is that him?
I don't know, Will, because I can't see the screen. We'll leave it there.
Yeah, you're right. Sam, could you try and find the Leeds United player ratings?
Yes.
And
well, if you want to keep them entertained,
yeah, that's fine. I'm just looking through the comments here. And I'm really enjoying this one. This is a really good show, really, and it's good to be back actually, because had a little break. I think I actually needed it actually, so it's been good to have a little break and really good to be back as well. So yeah. Right. Jello Wheels, if you're still there, what do you think of, doing the, a sort of review of the year so far, because I think that would be a really, me and Sam thought that would be a really good idea, actually. And obviously we wouldn't go in depth in all the games, because there'd be loads to do, what's your thoughts on that? And Doug Noah said, that's nearly the right pronunciation. We'll go with that then. Dominic Sabozalai. There we go. Right.
Hang on. I'm just keep them entertained for a minute, Will.
Yeah, that's fine. If you want to, feel free to. Obviously, we're not at the end yet, but just if you like what you're seeing, any viewers, then feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the TubeMix YouTube channel, because it'd be great to. It's been great for all your support so far, and let's keep that going. Let's keep that good thing going, everybody. So, Yeah, that's up. Oh, and Ben has sent. Sorry, it's saying here Ben has sent a voice clip.
Sorry, mate. I got way doing something.
good performance, good win. I'll make myself available for Wednesday when we play Everton in the cup.
Right, I'm ready when you are, Will.
Yeah, okay, I'm just, so Ben said he might be available for, there's a good chance he might be available for Wednesday, or something, so yeah, that'd be good. Okay, oh, and Doug Noah said you need to get more of the Z in the first part, like, alright, Dominic, Bozalite. Okay.
Right, with that, I'm going to do the player ratings.
Right,
so
yes,
that
it's a probably a good idea. Over to Sam with the player ratings for the Leeds players.
So I have to say, before we do, it's the first time I've done Leeds United player ratings in a game, as we like to be fair on this show, and it was quite hard to find them. So this is from Leeds Live, these player ratings. It took me a while. Leeds mustn't do a lot of player ratings, but eventually I found them from the Leeds newspaper. Right, here we go. So the first one up is Melier, the Leeds goalkeeper. So he got a 7. Hang on, I've lost him. Just 1 minute. Oh yeah, here we are. He got a 7. Blameless for any of the goals, but some decent stops to keep the score down. So he got a 7. Stuart Dallas 5. Bit harsh that because he scored a great goal. Well struck goal, but barely a consolation on a miserable afternoon. Coped better in the middle than at right back, so he got a 5. Luke Ayling got a 4. He stopped further embarrassment, but one of many caught in the headlights. And then next one is Liam Cooper, Leeds captain, got a 4. Right. Seeing another centre-back limp off with injury summed up the afternoon for the Whites. Did okay with his aerial duels at corners, but out of his depth in open play at times. So that's Liam Cooper, the Leeds captain, with a 4. Alioski with a 3. Beaten again and again down his flank by both Marcus Rashford and Daniel James. Not a man with the composure to change the flow of the match either. So just to remind you, that is Alioski with a rating of 3. Rafinha, who I thought played quite well, but has only got a 5. Quite harsh, these ratings, and only did lose 6-2.
Yeah, they are quite harsh. Yeah, I've noticed.
But they kept on going. And showed fight. It's good job this newspaper don't do the Man United ratings. That we get 0s this season. Rafinha 5. Improved well to become the biggest threat in the second half, but his defensive incapabilities were fatally exposed in the first half. That's a 5 for Rafinha. Next one is Click, who, as we know, got substituted at half time for Jamie Shackleton. Another with an uncharacteristically poor half. Scott McTominay and Fred ran him ragged. So to get McTominay got a brace, which did not put Click in the best light, and that was a 3 for Click.
Okay.
Then we go on to Rodrigo. Heavy first touches, telegraph passes. Oh, sorry, he got off 4 to say the player ratings first on this. Heavy first touches, telegraph passes, and poor discipline in defence. An afternoon to forget when the Whites needed his intelligent movement and quality more than ever. So that was a 4 for Rodrigo. Again, I think that's a bit harsh.
I think it's a bit harsh, yeah.
Jack Harrison got a 5. Less exposed than his teammate, but deliveries in the final third when the team needed them still weren't quite on point, and that's Jack Harrison with a 5. Patrick Bamford. Hang on. I missed out Calvin Phillips there.
He was playing.
He was playing. Oh, right. Yes, sorry. I missed out Calvin Phillips. I'll just go back. Calvin Phillips got a 3. Hooked at the break after one of his most difficult halves under Marcelo Bielsa. Protection of the back line was non-existent. I agree. And he got a 3. And then we go on to Patrick Bamford. Patrick Bamford got a 4. Too easy for Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof to bring the ball out from the back, and barely asked any questions of his own attack. Again, I think that was a bit harsh. He missed a couple of chances, but yes, he should have scored. Was it a 1-0 when he put the chance wide, and he finished a goal well that was offside? So again, a bit harsh. Anyway, so do we have any other there? Nope. That is pretty much it. It doesn't give the
manager rating, does it not?
No, they just do the initial first 11 on that one. But at least we found it right anyway. So I thought they were a bit harsh. I'm glad they don't do the United ones, because we would have got 0s.
Yeah, I think they were very harsh as well, because like we said, Leeds can go home very proud. I thought a lot of them played very well as well. They kept going. So yeah, I
mean, I can understand Calvin Phillips and Clint not getting good scores, but apart from that, I mean, I thought they were a bit harsh on Rafinha and Rodrigo in particular. Maybe if you're a Leeds fan, you're used to Leeds live. And yeah, I mean, you can't say they were biased, that's for sure.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, but Leeds just need to find plan Bs for when, or maybe not even plan Bs, because the way they press is great, but you just need a bit more discipline at times, and I think they click. And
absolutely, and that's we were saying about.
Exposed.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Sam.
They're exposed too much. Carry on.
We were saying about Arsenal. They seem to have a discipline problem, because a lot of their games, have there've been a lot of players sent off, haven't they?
Well, I didn't mean discipline by Leeds in terms of players getting sent off.
No,
I just
I know.
meant
You meant the style of football. Yes, I know.
I just meant defensively, but yeah, no, I take your point on Arsenal, absolutely.
Yeah. Right. So we can maybe go through. I'd like to go through a couple of the results today as well, because there's been a few other games in the Premier League as well.
Yeah.
So Tottenham Hotspur lost 2-0 to Leicester City, goals by Jamie Vardy in the 4th minute of added time to the 45, and Toby Alderweireld in the 59th with an own goal. And Vardy, in fact, did you see Vardy's interview? Did you at the end of the game?
No, I missed it. Was it good?
Well, it's quite funny. You said the interviewer said it's only wrong with what was it you felt, your injury, and then Vardy said, well, I'm getting old, aren't I, a little bit. And it said, no, it's just a little thing, and he should be fine for the next game. So yeah.
Well, he is getting old.
He is, yeah. And Brighton, they drew 1-1 with Sheffield United. Welbeck with the goal for Brighton. Good to see him scoring, Danny Welbeck. Lundstrom got sent off in the 40th minute for a straight red card.
Most ridiculous red card I've ever seen. If I got sent off for that, I would be absolutely flabbergasted. It was all. Everybody thought it was a red card, and yes, it was a free kick, and he was slightly out of control, but he did, his feet did go on the ground, but he was trying to get the ball. I mean, if that's a red card, then I may as well stop playing football. Just ridiculous.
Yeah, and then
absolutely disgraceful. The ref should get, and the VAR people that are on that panel should get docked 2 weeks' wages, really.
Oh, blimey. Well, you're really not holding back, are you?
And maybe, I know most people thought it was reckless, but I think that was reckless. If he'd have snapped his leg in half, then maybe that would have been reckless. But
well, yeah.
He was going for the ball. I mean, it's just... And he actually got something on the ball. And I'm not saying it wasn't a free kick, but to send him... I mean, it was a yellow card at a push. You could argue. But I thought VAR was meant to be clear and obvious, but I don't want to go down that route. I don't know if you saw the John Lundstrom tackle well and what you thought. But for me,
no, I didn't, mate. No.
For me, it was ridiculous to give a red card for that. But
yeah, I'll have to watch Match of the Day too in the week to see it, so I can give my views from it.
That's why I sit here and I'm not a referee. Because if I was a referee, then I wouldn't be a referee for too long, because I'd be too good for everybody else, and they'd say I'm too hard, I'm too soft, on the players. So it was clearly in today's game, there's no contact anymore. So being a physical player myself, that frustrates me. So I'm sorry, everybody, but I just thought it was ridiculous.
Well, yeah, you're entitled to your own view, Sam. And the goal for Sheffield United, it was McGoldrick in the 63rd minute, assisted by Bogle.
I thought Bogle was the scorer, no?
Oh, no, sorry, Bogle scored, sorry, McGoldrick, yes, sorry, I should have looked, there's the assist and then McGoldrick is there, yes. Sorry, I do apologise for that, everybody. And I did say Danny Welbeck scored in the 87th minute for Brighton. in case you've just joined us, this is the game we've been covering. Manchester United 6, Leeds United 2. Scott McTominay started us off in the second and third minute, assisted by Bruno Fernandes in the second minute, Martial in the third. Bruno Fernandes then scored in the 20th minute, assisted by it doesn't say here. It doesn't say here. And also scored in the 70th minute with a penalty. And then Anthony Martial assisted Victor Lindelof's strike as well as McTominay's other goal. And then Daniel James scored in the 66th minute, assisted by Scott McTominay. So 2 goals and an assist. So McTominay was really, really very good today. For Leeds, Liam Cooper in the 41st minute, then Stuart Dallas in the 73rd minute, and Diaz Biloli assisted Cooper in the 41st minute and also assisted Stuart Dallas in the 73rd minute. So it finished Manchester United 6, Leeds United 2. And the game that's going on in the moment, Jake Livermore's been sent off for West Brom for a straight red card in the 36th minute. El Ghazi has scored for Aston Villa in the 5th minute, assisted by Traore.
Good to see him playing, Traore. Not seen much
West Brom, Aston Villa they're playing.
Yeah, no. Good to see Traore playing for Villa. I've not seen much of it since he arrived. He was at Chelsea a few years ago.
Yes, Bertrand Traore, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, he was at Chelsea about 4 years ago, but then left. He was one of those youngsters that went on loan several times. I think he just had enough to. But apparently he's quite talented, so... I mean, from the clips I've seen him in years, but it's not really had a run in the side. However, Villa have been on great form when you compare how they were last season. So and they've got 2 games in hand. 1.5 now. No, they haven't. They've still got 2 games in hand, haven't they? Because they got the one. They didn't play against Newcastle because of COVID, and they had a game in hand anyway.
Yes.
So they have. Sorry, they had 3 games in hand before today's kickoff, but now 2. Once this game's finished.
Yeah.
So Villa, who are in mid-table anyway, could really push the top half.
They could easily, couldn't they?
And if West Ham beat Chelsea tomorrow, then that compacts the upper end of the table even more. And again, if Wolves win as well. So, yeah.
Yes, I'm just looking. No Championship games on today. No League 1, League 2. But
Real won yesterday.
What's that, sorry?
Because I know JLI Wilson wanted me to mention it. They were 1-0 up through in the second half, and then I didn't see the goals, but Wimbledon, when the next looked, it finished 2-1 to Crewe, and Wimbledon scored in the 90th minute, and Crewe scored in the 91st minute to win the game.
Wow.
So it must have been an equaliser from Wimbledon in the 90th minute to rescue a point, and then it looks like Crewe went straight down the other end from the kickoff and scored.
Wow, that is quite something in the 91st and then 98th minute. Wow.
No. 90. No, they scored in the 90th minute, Wimbledon, to equalise after Crewe were 1-0 up.
Yeah.
And then a minute afterwards, in the 92nd minute, in the 91st minute, Crewe scored again.
Oh, right, okay, right, yeah.
Straight from the kickoff, I think.
Yeah. La Liga is going on. Real Madrid. There's a goal. It's Eibar 1, Real Madrid 2. It's from Kike Garcia, who scored in the 28th minute, assisted by Rodriguez. For Real Madrid, Karim Benzema in the 6th minute with Luka Modric in the 13th minute. Rodrigo assisted Benzema's strike with Benzema assisting... and Benzema assisting Modric. It's Eibar 1, Real Madrid 2. In the Scottish Premier League, it finished Kilmarnock 0, Aberdeen 2. We've had a red card from that Harmstrup. I think I pronounced his name right, in the 95th minute. And then goals from Hedges, that's a great name, and Cosgrove. And Rangers are still at the top of the table in the Scottish Premiership. It'd be really good to see Rangers win the title, wouldn't it? Good to see Gerrard do well.
Yeah, I'm a bit sick of Celtic winning that league every year.
Yes, and
to be honest, I have nothing against Celtic. They're a big club in Scotland and a big club, and I respect them in European terms. But I don't like Neil Lennon. There's something about it. It's not his management style. There's just something about him I don't really like.
Yeah, he does like the kind of guy who could thump you, couldn't he, sort of?
He just looks a bit, I don't know, fuggish. Something about him. He might be the nicest guy in the world, so you don't know until you know people, but...
No, I know what you mean. AC Milan beat Sassuolo by 2-1. And then it's Leo, Leao, Leo, I've no idea, in the first minute. Then Sailmakers, I'm just going to say that in the 26th minute. Calahoku assisted Leo in the first minute, and then Hernandez, at least someone I can pronounce, assisted Sailmakers in the 26th minute, and then Berardi for Sassuolo. Again, I don't think I pronounced them right, in the 89th minute. And AC Milan are actually top of the table of the Italian league. So yeah. And Milan actually scored the fastest goal in Serie A history in this game.
After how many seconds?
In the first minute.
Wow. So if it's the fastest one in history, it must be really
really fast, yeah.
Really fast, yeah, because there'll be plenty of goals that have been scored in the first minute, so it might be after 5 seconds or something.
Yes. Oh, and yep, you were right, Sam. So we have a managerial sacking. Watford have got another manager yet again. Which
only just they lost to Huddersfield, but they're only just off the top of the table, aren't they? They're not that far off promotion. The top two, are they? So in points wise,
goodness me, yeah. So Ivic has been sacked, and he's been replaced by Xisco, Xisko.
I think that's how you say it.
Yep, who played for Real Betis, Valencia and Levante. And he becomes the Hornets' 5th manager in just over a year, because Javi Gracia was fired. Then they got Sanchez Flores back, and then Nigel Pearson came. Then Nigel Pearson was sacked. Ivic came in, and then Watford have got another manager yet again.
How far are they off the lead of the championship?
I will just check now. I mean, because
Poor bloke.
So I'll just get the table up. So Watford are 5th. It's not like they're not in the,
And how many points off the top are they?
They are, 34 points.
Right, they have 34 points, but what do the leaders have?
The leaders, Norwich City, are 43.
So they're only 9 points off the top. And what does second place have?
Bournemouth, they have 38 points.
So they're only 4 points off Bournemouth in an automatic promotion.
They've clearly pressed the panic button, like Darren Moore sacking at West Brom, which...
Why would it? But they're only 4 points off the automatic promotion.
Unless it's maybe not down to results, maybe it's at a row or something.
Well, with Watford about him, I'm a bit surprised you know what Watford are like.
Oh, yeah. And Celtic have won the Scottish Cup. They 3-3 with Hearts. Hearts.
I know, crushing for Hearts, to be honest. They what a start for Celtic going 2-0 up, and then it was 2-2 at the end of 2-0 up Celtic were, and then Hearts pulled it back to 2-2, and then just before extra time, the guy missed for a Hearts striker, missed from about 4 yards out, and then Celtic scored to make it 3-2 in extra time, and then Hearts pulled it back again to 3-3 just before the end of the match, and it went to penalties, and then Celtic won on penalties. But a good final, that sounds very open. It wasn't cagey for a final.
Yeah, that certainly sounds good. Just before we go, since we were on, you might have heard the news of the sad passing of the manager Gerard Houllier, the former Liverpool and Aston Villa manager, who passed away aged 73. All our thoughts to his family, and
very good manager and a lovely guy, I believe.
He's seen from what I've heard from a lot of people, he seems like a really lovely guy, and he started as a teacher. He came to Liverpool in the 1960s, so it seems he would have really known the city well, not just being Liverpool manager, but he would have felt a connection.
Did he play for Liverpool?
No, he didn't play. No, he didn't play football in this country. No, he was a teacher at a school.
Oh, at a school in Liverpool, right?
Yeah. Sorry, yep. So our thoughts with his family and friends and colleagues as well. And also, if you do want to watch BBC Sports Personality of the Year, Jordan Henderson is one of the contenders. Marcus Rashford is also going to get a special award, and Captain Tom Moore is also winner of the Helen Rollason Award as well. So that's absolutely brilliant as well. That he has got an award. So that's fantastic.
Yeah, brilliant. There's been some inspirational people, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Right, well, I think that's us done. It's been a really good show.
What I would say, Gerard Houllier, just quickly, he won the treble for Liverpool.
He did in 2001, yeah.
So was it 2001? I do apologise, but yeah, he's had a really good time at Liverpool, and the Liverpool fans. It's not the best manager Liverpool have had, but it's certainly a legend at Liverpool.
Yeah, I mean, because after, I was hearing, on the, people talk about him, really, the the highest point he got at Liverpool was winning the treble. Really, before that or after that, he never quite hit the same heights. But he did actually last till 2005, because he was there in the 90s with Roy Evans. They were joint managers, actually, but it didn't work out. Roy Evans left, and Gerard Houllier stayed until 2005, when he was replaced by Valencia manager Rafa Benitez. So he clearly did something right.
Yeah, he did.
And you know, these days you wouldn't get a manager to have many years like that, would you? Or not many, you know, if you think Watford's managers, you know. So it just shows, if you stick with a manager, sometimes it pays off. Sometimes it doesn't, but sometimes it does.
And he did have heart problems.
He did, yeah, because when he was at Liverpool, he had heart problem. And then he tried to make a comeback with Villa, but he struggled with that. And then I think after that, really, maybe thought it was probably best to retire. But obviously he would have felt a deep connection with the city, not just on the pitch. And I'm sure, you know, a lot of fans, but also, you know, people in Liverpool will be huge respect, and definitely will miss him. So all our thoughts with his family and his friends, and from all of us here, all our thoughts. And Jella Wills has said, Crew 4 wins in a row, so that's really good. Come on, Crew, let's continue this good thing going here. Right, I think...
Yeah, absolutely. And my thoughts are with Gerard Houllier and all his family, and very nice man. So thank you, Gerard, for everything you've done. And also, come on, Crew.
Absolutely. Right, well, I think that's us done. Thank you to Sam Taylor for his company. I think it's been a really good show, actually, today.
I've really enjoyed it, and thank you for... Have we got any more comments before we go?
No. Jella Wills, I've already read his Crew 4 wins in a row, and so that's it.
Well, thank you, Drunk Noah, and thank you to JLI Wheels as well, and we'll be back in the midweek to do our roundup.
We will indeed. I'll be looking forward to that.
And thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh no worries, Sam. I always enjoy doing the show with you, and always enjoy doing the show with Jella Wheels and Ben, and I've enjoyed when we've had Gricey 21 on as well. So I always enjoy doing it with you guys. So yep.
Me too.
Absolutely the same here. If you want to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the TubeMix YouTube channel, and we'll see you in the week. If we don't see you in the week, a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and stay safe.
Absolutely. Well, we'll be back on midweek, but if you're not available, then a Happy Christmas and a Happy New Year, and stay safe, everybody. And if you are in that tier 4 or just in general, because this Christmas is going to be different, try and keep your heads up. I'm sure 2021 will be better than 2020. Let's be honest, it can't be much worse.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. And from all of us here,